Hey guys, I am Foxtrot Delta, and welcome back to another video. I don't have any cool game prepared today, no Armada, no Bridge Crew, because quite frankly I did not have time to record it. I've been extremely busy these last few days doing schoolwork and whatnot, so it really is rare for me to find any time to do anything. But I do have the time to make this video, which is highly requested. Many of you have installed Star Trek Legacy, many of you have the Ultimate Universe mod 2.2, but many of you do not know how to create the custom battles that I do in this game. And it really is quite simple, and today I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to go through the application with you on how to set up those battles and show you how it all works. And we may even try out some Legacy, I'm not sure yet, but at least you're going to know how to get it to function. That is my goal, anyway. So, for those of you who do not already have the Ultimate Universe mod 2.2, the link to the tutorial video I made on how to install that will be in the description down below, as well as probably the comment section if I remember. And then you too can set up custom battles, or if you like regular Legacy the way it is, that's fine as well. But you can't set up battles with this tool that I'm going to show you. So, I will see you in a couple seconds. Okay, now many of you may know what it is I'm showing you here, and many of you may not know. Some of you have the mod, may not have seen this before. This is called the Ultimate Universe Tools application. When you download Star Trek Legacy, the Ultimate Universe mod, and when you have the 2.2 mod installed, it might even be with a regular 2.0 mod as well, there is this application that shows up on your desktop and you have no idea what it is. It's called... Actually, what the heck is it called? It's just called Ultimate Universe Tools. And when you open it, it'll ask you what Legacy install you want to use. At least I think it does, or maybe you just... It already has this screen, you just go up here, and all you do is you navigate to your Star Trek Legacy folder. For me, it is C program files times 86 Bethesda Softworks Star Trek Legacy. You hit... I'm assuming you hit add, or maybe there's a set button, because I already have this in here, so I don't know, I don't remember what exactly it was when I started off. But you will have to get this in here and aligned with the regular Star Trek Legacy folder. Once that has been set in there and it's all calibrated for Star Trek Legacy, you can use all of these cool buttons to set up missions and battles in that game. So here you can see I do all those versus Armada battles. Let's just click this. There we go. Let's hit clear. So here's the enemy fleet. Here's the allied fleet. We have race, era. We can fit up to 32 enemy vessels. This would be 16, this would be 16. And we can pick each individual one from the entire list. If we want, we could select, I don't know, just Borg ships. And then just Borg ships would show up. Now... you can do the same with all of the other factions as well. Let's go back to the Federation. So let's see, we have the Akira class, Akula class, Ambassador class, Centaur class, Curry class, ooh, Daedalus class, M5 Computer Constitution, we've seen that before. We also have some asteroids that are not starships. I don't know why they're here, but they are. Actually, what would happen if I made a fleet of asteroids? That's an interesting thought. Nebula class, Phoenix variant, all the Enterprises, well, most of the Enterprises. And so that is how you set up one of these battles. So what you do is let's just grab, I don't know, let's go to the next generation era. Let's do just a bunch of Cheyenne class ships. So I'm just hitting Control C and Control V right now. I hit Control C up here, so I'm just pasting all these in. The enemy fleet, you can see I can fill up this entire row. I can do the same thing with all these, and once I'm confident that this is the battle I want, I don't want to change anything, I want to save it, all I do is I hit set, and then engage, and I'm not going to click it right now, but once I've hit engage, Star Trek Legacy will begin to run, and then from there you can navigate to the tactical simulations or battles or whatever it's called in the Versus Armada, and then you can go to whichever era you want. Since I chose Next Generation era ships, I probably want to go to the Next Generation era, and then when I choose the fleet, or choose the 4 ships I want to use in that battle, and hit engage, these ships will already be on the enemy side. If I go to allies, I can also choose allied vessels. So if I, for some reason, want to be on the side of the Romulans, I can choose Romulan ships. A bunch of... I didn't mean to click that. Ooh. And it puts the Riemann Scimitar here. Oh, okay, this is the Nemesis version. If I go to Uber ships, I think the Scimitar will be there as well? Yes, it is. So, some of the ships that are in this lineup here do not show up in the actual game when you're choosing them, just to let you know. Like the 8472 Bioship, I can't choose those when I'm in the actual game, but I can choose them here to be my ally. Now, one thing about the, let's just grab a, I don't know, Warship Intrepid. One thing about the Allied fleet is you cannot fill up all of the slots with AI-controlled ships, because all these ships be controlled by the AI that you put in here. But if I go down, I cannot click this. These 4 slots are reserved for my vessels, the ones I will be using to command the entire battle. Each of these groups of ships will follow each one of the ships that I choose. We can choose stations here. Of course, there's nothing in Uber ships. Just grab Federation. And I don't think it actually separates them by era that much, because I'm a Next Generation era, but here's TOS Enterprise era. You can see all the Federation shipyards and star bases. Some of them don't really work that well. Some of them just show up as an untextured little cube, or they're invisible. But I think the regular Federation starbase works. The Balance of Terror command station, I think, explodes as soon as anything touches it. If I hit clear, let's go back to the main form, which is kind of like the main menu lobby area of this application. Let's see, we can do versus battle missions here, so we can select up to 8 enemy vessels and 8 allied vessels, and here you can select all of the ships and put them in. So if I want, I can actually select 4 other ships in the actual Legacy game and do 12 versus 8 instead of just 8 versus 8. So, as you can see, it's the same as the other menu. You just select them when you're ready, you just hit set. Now, one thing I've encountered, I don't know if it doesn't work for sure, but I've had some issues. Let's say I have a gap here, and then I put a ship in here, and then hit set. I think, I'm not sure, but I think I tried this one time, and it didn't actually save the scenario. So it's best to just make sure that all the boxes are filled up going downwards. Although, like here, this would work. You don't have to fill all of them up, but you can't have gaps in between ships, as far as I know. That might not be the case, but why would you want gaps anyway? Just make everything look nice and neat like it is now. We have a map database describing all of the maps. We have a bunch of README files. We have controls for the game. We have a chat server, which I don't think actually works. And so let's actually get a fleet together here. This is how I set up all the battles. Let's get a bunch of Springfield-class ships, because they're one of those Federation Next Generation oddities that we don't really see that much. Yet we always know they're in the background doing Federation stuff for Starfleet. And as I mentioned in the past, it's these ships that you don't see in Star Trek. The random, most obscure vessels, like the various kit bashes from the Wolf 359 battle, those are the Starfleet vessels I'm most interested in, like the Niagara class, the New Orleans class, the Springfield class, the Freedom class, etc., etc. I could go on, and on the Cheyenne class. Okay, let's hit set. We have a bunch of Springfields. Enemy fleet, let's do something completely ridiculous, like the Daenerys. Let's have a fleet of the Daenerys versus Springfields. I can already tell you, I think that we are going to most definitely lose. Not because I'm a pessimist, but because that is how the game works. Even though I'm not controlling the Daenerys warbirds, it's going to be a real pain fighting 32 of them. You've seen how the original series era starships hold up against a fleet of half the size of Romulan Dideritic's warbirds. So I don't think the Springfield class ships, even though they're next generation era ships, will be able to hold up against 32 Romulan Dideritic's warbirds. Let's make sure that we have this set. I'm going to make sure I'm on the Federation side, and I'm going to hit engage, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we are in the game. I'm going to go to single player, tactical simulations, and versus Armada, next generation, and Alpha Fleet, 32 versus 32. And all of our ships are already in the game. We just have to select our command fleet. I'm going to not deviate from the pattern and just select 4 more Springfields, because I think those were on the Allied side, right? Yeah. Yeah, those are on the Allied side. So let's find them. Let's find them. Springfields are one of the few ships that actually don't seem to cause lag in the game at all. Let's, Springfield class, there we go. So this battle should be pretty smooth, unless the Dideritic's warbirds cause lag. I don't think they do, but I can't remember. I know the Springfields do not.
Romulans spotted.
Well, we've spotted Romulans apparently, and there they are, all 32 of them. I don't know if I'll play the entire battle, but seeming as we're hopelessly outmatched, it shouldn't last that long.
Helm, maintain current status.
And that was one of the rare cases where all of my ships actually went where I told them to. Usually they don't. Let's actually tell this group to head over here. Come on, warp.
Speed.
Romulan
There we
ships
go.
detected.
And where's this last... number 2 must be down here. Yes.
Confirm new heading. Full impulse.
Okay, the entire fleet is moving around. You can already see phaser fires being exchanged.
You invite your doom.
Our shields can't take many more hits, Captain.
But their shields can't take many more hits either.
Captain, enemy
One thing I
shields
like
are
about the
down.
Springfield class, apart from it looking awesome, is that all of those torpedoes, the whole array of photon launchers on top, that is neat.
Romulan ships on approach.
Captain, they've taken our shield.
Now, we've lost shields on this vessel, the USS Chekhov. Also, I would like to say that there is no definitive schematic really for the Springfield class. I've looked it up, and there's a lot of different configurations you see online for the Springfield class, although I think I like this look the best. Like, some vessels I've seen have no secondary hull at all. Some of them have much larger struts on the sides, but this just looks very, very sleek and futuristic. That explosion next to us could be deadly.
You would stand against us? You invite your doom.
Now, are we gonna have a chain reaction? You bet. You bet we are, and you bet we did. And unfortunately, no Romulan ships were caught in that.
Prepare to launch photon
We
torpedoes.
lost the Chekhov. Let me turn off the HUD for just a second. When I turned off the HUD in the Klingons versus Cardassian battle, you guys more or less yelled at me because I wasn't, very aware of what was going on anymore, because this gives me all kinds of visual cues, but at the same time, look how cinematic that is. You don't get that with the HUD on. Look at all those torpedoes, look at the disruptors, look at the phasers, and by the way, I still did fine in that battle, even without being able to see things. Although, I do plan not to keep the HUD off that much in the future, just because it is a useful tool. But it was just such a novel thing to have it not in front of me all the time. Looked more like a movie than a game. There goes another warbird. Hopefully our ships don't get caught in that. Let's turn the HUD back on and actually see. And it looks like it's just Romulan ships being affected by that for now. Look at all of that disruptor fire. Converging on one vessel, too. Well, I think they destroyed it. I'm looking at What am I looking at? Is it... Oh, no, they didn't. It's, well, whatever. I'm trying to figure out which ship they're... they were shooting it at the Portsmouth. That's the one they were firing upon. Now, even though the Springfield class does not cause lag, you can see with all this stuff going on, my frames are dipping a little bit. The game is still smooth. The game is still very smooth.
Their forward shield is destroyed.
I mean, this isn't an intensive simulation no matter what ships I'm using. There's a lot of big things shooting at other things, so... Yeah. Let's move the fleet.
Enterprise.
There's no fleet over there to move. Let's move this fleet. Perhaps? Maybe? I don't know. Let's just warp anywhere, really. Oh, we lost a Springfield class back there. That is not good. Look at all of the warbirds. I thought that asteroid was a warbird for a second. I got really terrified that thing was going to shoot me. Fortunately, it did not. Is it actually moving? Wait a minute. I could swear that thing's rotating. It is rotating. Would you look at that?
Captain?
A rotating asteroid. They're all rotating, actually, except for that big one. But I don't see that often. I never look at these little things. These little details. Oh no. The... something or other, I didn't catch its name, just was destroyed. We've lost the majority of the fleet.
You would stand against
But the
us?
shields are down on the
You invite your
Opalius? Opalus? No, Opalius. So let's converge over there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a sight. This is absolutely horrifying. For the Federation, for the Romulans, they're probably overjoyed at the way the battle's going. There's no chance of a victory for the Federation here. These Springfields just don't have what it takes. That's probably why they're an older next generation design, and you don't see them that much later on.
Romulan ships destroyed. Romulan vessels closing on our position.
Captain, they've taken out
Let's
our
switch
shields.
to the very
Captain,
last
enemy shields
vessel,
are
which
down.
still is relatively untouched, although let's make everyone angry. Let's shoot everything. Look at that. I have the nerve to open fire on you with my phasers.
You are clearly outmatched.
Yeah, I got them mad. They are very perturbed that I did that. Let's focus on the V-neck,
Their shields are gone.
not to be confused with a V-neck, which is a type of t-shirt.
We can't hold on any. There is no escape for you.
We have damaged the primary hull. Let's check out this ship. No visible damage, but it actually suffered more than the last vessel I was using.
Lock phaser.
The Chekhov again is over there. Looks like there are multiple versions of the Chekhov. This is the Omaha. No, Ohama. I can't read. Oh wow, we actually do have a hole all the way through the starboard section of the primary hull, which looks very cool, even though that's very hazardous.
The Praetor demands your destruction.
Oh no. Hey, it's also the Ohama. Let's put full power to the shields on both of the ships. I did that by hitting, holding down Shift and pressing 1. It selected the first ship.
Fools.
So we now
Clearly outmatched.
both have full power to the... they're all about the same level of
Engaging target.
damage. We both have full power to our shields. Trying to decide which target to fire on, but they all seem equally damaged or undamaged by our weapons, so there's no one vessel we can quickly take out. We're about to lose shields. We did just lose shields. And our first vessel is also about to lose shields. And this is where you can really see that a lot of times the lead ships that I chose are a lot more powerful than the AI-controlled vessels, because these are the only ones left in our entire fleet. Well, Now this is the only one left in the entire fleet, but it's still there, which is more than I can say for the other 31 vessels that we had.
All breaches on all decks. Structural integrity
Although
failing.
3 of those were also my own.
Employees and logs jettisoned.
My point is they're a lot less fragile than the AI-controlled ships. And I was correct in saying that the Daenerixes... I saw a Daenerix that was really damaged a second ago. I don't know where it went. I guess it was this one, but I thought I saw a different one.
Sensors.
No, I guess not. I was correct in saying that the Daenerixes definitely outmatched the Springfields there. Yeah. The entire fleet is gone. That didn't even take that long. I'll be able to see how long it actually took in just a second. But our explosion didn't even... It didn't take out any vessels, no secondary explosions. That took under 10 minutes. We lost our entire fleet, including our 4 command ships. We destroyed 1 vessel. And who knows, that could have been one of the vessels that caused a chain reaction early on, or it could have been, I think we destroyed another one later on. Maybe that was the one that counted. I'm not sure. The point is we lost, and hopefully this video was able to educate you guys on how to use the Ultimate Universe Tools application. If there was anything I left out, I know I didn't go over all the features. There was a 1 versus 1, what's it even called? Instant random battle. Let's see. Yeah, there was the instant random battle feature I didn't go over, but that's... I never really used that. But hopefully I was able to communicate to you guys how I set up the custom battles that I do, and hopefully you can use that for your own enjoyment as well. If you guys have any questions regarding installing the mod, once again I will have the link to the video I made on that in the description. It really is a great mod and a great tool. This is a great tool to use in conjunction with this mod. It really brings a lot to the game, and I don't know what I'd do without it, because it really is neat. So if you guys enjoyed this video, well then please be sure to leave the video a like, and if you are not subscribed and you want to see more, well then please subscribe, because I'm always recording more stuff on Star Trek Legacy on this channel. If for whatever reason you guys did not enjoy the video, I do apologize for that, and I ask that you leave a comment in the comment section and let me know how I can better improve the quality of the next videos that I produce, so that hopefully you guys will find some entertainment in watching them. And as always, if you want to see any specific type of ship or battle scenario, well then please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section regarding that, and I will read through those suggestions and ideas, and I will do my best to use those recommendations in my future videos, so please comment. I may not get through all of your comments, I may not be able to go through all the suggestions and do them all, but I do read them. I do my best to read them. It may take a day or 2 days because I'm busy a lot now, but I will read them, and it really is nice to hear from you guys. So anyway, I've talked long enough. I hope that you guys are having an awesome day. I think it's Sunday, so keep on having an awesome Sunday. As always, I am Foxtrot Delta, and I will see you next time.